Welcome to WUFT News First at 5. I'm Landry Baliton.
As social media continues to grow, Angara warns young people to stay safe online. She says one simple way to do this is to update your privacy settings. She says to make sure your accounts are set to private, do not disclose your physical location, and only allow people you know to follow you. Two brothers in South Florida might have just broken a world record after successfully flying a plane while blindfolded.
One of the most storied rivals in college sports continues tonight as Florida takes on Florida State. Ethan Curtis tells us more.
It was going to be the fairy tale ending they've been waiting for. The flowers arranged.
It's amazing. It really is.
Her dress altered. The cake decorated.
You only get this one day once.
And the church bells ringing.
We was gonna go, party it up afterwards and, live happily ever after, hopefully.
Everything was set for Megan Verrett and Hunter Hasler's big day.
Definitely been a day to remember.
On September 4th, the couple was supposed to get married and celebrate with family, friends, and 5-year-old son Colton.
It's so special.
But happily ever after would have to wait. As Category 4 Hurricane Ida was about to tear through southeast Louisiana, forcing Hasler to gear up for his job as a firefighter at Homa Fire Department.
This was, it's what we signed up for. Today's the day that you have to be, that person that you always said you wanted to be. You have to step up to the plate,
When Ida hit, Hasler was busy helping the community here. It wasn't until 72 hours later that he was finally able to go home. But he had no idea he would be coming back to this.
And that's when I lost it. It was like, wow, it's like, this is real, And then all you could do is, ain't nothing you can do because they only give you so long to go check on your house and come back to work. So with that being said, it was just, all right, well, it is what it is. Close the door, lock it up, hope no one steals nothing, and back to the job,
Hasler had 17 days of mandatory work at the station following the storm, working 12-hour shifts and living at the station during his 12 hours off, which meant he worked through his wedding day.
It didn't stop, didn't let up, nothing.
Unable to be with his bride-to-be and son who evacuated.
Once we were there and the hurricane was hitting, and Hunter's on the phone with me, and he's like, Meg, it's bad. When he said that, I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad.
Hasler says the balance between his job and personal life can be hard, especially in times of disaster.
There's a time where you just want to take it off and just be normal, and it's definitely hard because you're constantly always a solution to someone else's problems, and it's like you have your own, to go back to and everything. So it's definitely a battle.
Although the job presents obstacles for their family, Verrett endlessly supports Hasler.
That's the first thing I tell everybody. He's a firefighter. He's a firefighter. Why do you do that? Because I'm proud of you. That's why. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you do.
The road to happily ever after is long, but Hasler is looking for the beauty along the way.
When it rains, flowers bloom. So there you go.
Because the best fairy tales are worth fighting for. Landry Baliton, WUFT News. The year was 2015.
Which was the year of the goat.
Corinne Johnson was living in South Florida.
I was a forensic auditor.
With her husband, Doug.
That's how I met Doug. He was a federal agent and we worked on a case.
When she made a decision that would change her life forever.
YouTube and everywhere was filled with baby goat videos, and I fell in love with a little orphan pygmy goat named Benjamin and sent the video to Doug and said, this is what I want for Valentine's Day. And he said, well, I was going to get you diamonds, but if you insist.
Her love for one blossomed.
I just fell in love with them because they're so stinking cute.
Now Johnson has about 50 goats.
Don't judge me. I have the goats I have, okay?
Living on Crazy Heart's farm in Archer, Florida. What started as a hobby has turned into a business for Johnson and her husband.
And the fact that it's even a business just still kind of blows my mind. One of my friends asked me if we had a business plan, and I was like, I didn't plan to have a business. How could I have a business plan?
Their business? Goat yoga.
The animals don't judge. And so it's something that is completely out of the ordinary.
Yoga is known for its therapeutic properties, but at Downward Goat, Johnson says the goats
Hi, butterfly. What are you doing?
bring an added benefit.
When you add the animals and the outdoor farm environments that are so peaceful, that just leaves the judgment aside. And it kind of gets you out of your brain, because when the little monkey chatter starts, the goats hop by and it makes you laugh and it brings you back to the present.
Yoga with goats like Lizzie here can be extremely beneficial for the body and mind. Johnson says her classes are open to all, but can bring an extra sense of healing to groups like first responders, those with disabilities, and anyone who has experienced trauma.
Our yoga is all taught in a trauma-conscious way, so that we are conscious and mindful of what people have been through. Understanding that we just want to meet them where they are.
Throughout the past year, Downward Goat has partnered with various groups in the community to introduce them to the therapy of goat yoga.
And just take a big breath here.
One such group,
I personally just enjoy seeing them act like kids.
Alachua Academy.
A lot of our kids come from some pretty harsh backgrounds, and all of them have experienced some significant level of trauma and abuse in their lives. So just being with the week-old goats and getting to play with them, they had a great time.
Johnson says she's excited for her goats to continue to help others just as they have helped her.
Being present, mostly, and being able to just be me. And be as real as these animals are, and open the gate for myself, leave the rest of the world outside the gate for a little while too.
She says now she can't imagine life without her goats.
Absolutely, they are part of my family.
So from the Downward Goat family to yours,
Namaste.
Landry Baliton, WUFT News.
The University of Florida will collaborate with the Florida Department of Health to provide COVID-19 vaccines to the university community. Artists showcased their creativity and talents at Gainesville's annual Fall Art Show. A sip of hot chocolate would be good on a day like today. Will it be any warmer tomorrow?
I'm at Ocala Police Department where, as you can see behind me, Chief Graham's car is parked in front with flowers on top in his remembrance. His 2-year contract as chief was renewed by Ocala City Council just last Tuesday.
You may have eaten cereal for breakfast and pizza for lunch, but have you ever mixed the two? That's our time for now, but your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org. Have a good night.